Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Cray Outdoors. Today we are finally going to do a little fishing here at the pond in my front yard. I say finally, it's just day 3 in Louisiana, but day 2 was a gorgeous day yesterday. It was super warm, unseasonably warm. Unfortunately, I was just so busy with packing and buying stuff and getting ready for my crew, which arrives tomorrow, that I didn't have time to fish at all, even though I've got a pond in my front yard. I have no idea what's in this pond. I've been told that there's fish in here. I saw what looked like bass take off yesterday, so I think there's bass in here. We've got some night crawlers with us. This pole rigged up for brim, and this pole with some bass rigs, and of course my house is just right back there. So if I need anything, I can just make a run over to the house and grab my bait caster or anything that I feel like I might need. Yeah, we're gonna run this experiment and see what kind of fish we can catch in my new pond. Oh my goodness, I had a bite already. Well, that's a pretty good gig when you get bit on the first cast. Fish are definitely pretty lethargic because it didn't go anywhere with it. It just grabbed it and stayed there. Huh, interesting. All right, well, see if we can get bit on our second cast. And even though this is kind of like a small, stupid pond here, look at that, we got a bite again. Alright, well, good to know that there's fish in here. I'm not catching them, though. Yeah, whenever you're fishing any body of water, you always want to cast all around and underneath the dock before you go out onto it, because you'll spook whatever fish are underneath. Some seems to have grabbed it. Yay! Alrighty. First fish in my pond. Alright, there are indeed bass in here. Are you a spotted bass? I think you're a regular largemouth. I don't entirely know the difference between spotted bass and regular largemouth yet, but... Alrighty, well, it's not big, but first fish in my new front yard pond. Always wanted to have a pond in my front yard. Well, confirm that there's bass in here for my next trick. Let's see what kind of panfish are in here. I saw one brim swimming with that bass after I released it. It was a good sized fish. There might be some good sized brim in here. Oh, didn't take long. That is a good sized brim. Alright, I'll take it. This ain't bad for a front yard pond. Not bad at all. Huh. Cool. I might even, again, this is a private pond, so y'all can't get mad at me if I keep them. Might even have ourselves a little fish fry here at some point. Alrighty, Mr. Bluegill. Let you go, especially this time of year in the winter. I don't know if it's like the north where they taste way better during the winter. Probably not so much, but they probably taste a little bit better. The water gets a little bit colder here. Sooner did I turn the camera off, and we got another fish. Whoa, it was even better looking. Look at the colors on that one. Now that one's in winter colors. That's an eater. Whoa. Cool. Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm sure if this pond was open to the public, it probably wouldn't have bluegill this quality in it. People would be eating all of these. That is really cool. At least in this area. In the south, people really like their panfish. Ooh, it's a bass. It's a bigger bass. Boy. Nice. Only got 4-pound test on here. I was afraid of that. Yeah. He broke the line. Come on, give me my hook back there, Sodden. Look at, his mouth is red. Put our hook there. Cool, I'm recording, right? Yep. Alright, well, I'm going to take another picture just to show my parents, brag that I got a pond in my front yard, so. Alright, let you go, and then we got to retie on our hook and keep fishing. See ya, buddy. Got one. Whoa, you swallowed it a little bit there, buddy. You were a hungry little bass. Well, the largemouth in this pond, I definitely got to keep my bobber. I switched sides. Is over there. The largemouth in this pond appear to be stunted, and the bluegill appear to be the opposite of stunted. Oh, cool, that came right out. You'll be just fine there, buddy. You'll be just fine. Got some messed up fins. Alright, mister. See you later. We're down. Feels decent size. Another bass. Camera's malfunctioning on me for some reason. I've only got 4-pound test here, so I'm kind of scared swinging them. Alright, let's get a hold of them this time. Come on, stop. I'm trying to... dang it. Ow. He broke the hook off again. This 4-pound test is not meant for catching bass. Now what am I stuck on? Get off of me. There's not even a hook on you. Why are you stuck? Oh, I'm stuck on someone else's line? Oh, yeah. Great. I've got a hook in my foot. Oh, huh. What is this? Where did you come from? Weird stuff going on here. That's not from me. This is not my mess I've got going on here. Somebody else's mess. Right, let's get this hook out. Little tiny barbless hook for catching bluegill. Should pop right out. Alright, gotta retie that. Gotta get a hook out of my foot. Hopefully I don't feel anything in my foot. I think it's just in my shoe. This is garbage, I assume, so we'll make sure that we take this back with us. Other people have fished this pond. I'm staying at like a temporary residence here. It's a house up there for workers, in case you're wondering what the situation is. It's not like my house. It's my temporary house for the next month while I'm working here. So as different crews come through, different people get to stay here and fish the pond. Got on another bass. All of a sudden, I don't know, the bluegill. I caught those couple of nice bluegill right off the bat. They seem to stop biting. And the bass fishing is just... they're just biting fast and furious all of a sudden on both poles. I'm catching them on those little red worms, and I'm catching them on the Cinco. Definitely stunted in here, though. Catching them every cast all of a sudden here. This is the next cast after that one. Oops, something's toying with the bobber. Oh boy, bites on both poles. We might have a double header. And it's just me. Alright, I gotta get this thing off fast so I can tend to the bite on there. Come on, get off the line. You're barely hooked. Alright. Double header. Yeehaw. What are you? You're back to the big bluegill. Cool. Alrighty, folks. We're having some fun here at my new front yard pond. The fish are in here. Look at that. Wowee. Whoa. That might be the biggest bluegill of the day so far. I'm not used to catching bluegill this big. It's been a while. Of course, bluegill do get bigger in the south, so, you know, shouldn't come as a surprise, but they've got the winter colors even here in the south. They're not as colored up. I mean, in the north they'll get really pretty, but they're still prettier during the winter than they are during the summer, I'd say. Keep the camera rolling. See if we can make it. Let's see, that's a bass on three casts in a row. 3 casts in a row, so let's see if we can keep the cast streak going. This will be a bass on 4 casts in a row if we can catch one on this cast. Yep, and we got a bite. Four casts in a row. This one's bigger. Oh no, it came off. Oh. When I say it's bigger, I mean it was a little bit bigger. Bite on this pole now. I think I spooked it when I ran. We're ready though. Yeah, no, it's still thinking about it. Ooh, wow, these are such quality bluegill. This one, this one might be testing my 4-pound test. Wow, these are quality bluegill. My goodness gracious. I'm a northerner. I'm not used to seeing quality bluegill like this. not common. I mean, yeah, I guess you can hit runs of them like this in the north, but or at least this guy. Wow, we pretty fishing here for sure. Oop. Got her. Probably our last fish of the day, assuming I land it here. We landed it. Lighter bluegill. Cool. Well, this one's actually probably the smallest fish of the day, if you can believe it or not. It's still probably borderline keeping size. Yeah, I mean, if I was going for a limit, I'd keep that. Yeah, he's keeper size, barely. And this is the smallest bluegill of the day so far. But he got our worm, so we're going to go ahead and leave our worm off of here. I think I'm just going to take one last cast with the Senko, see if we can pull out one last bass, and call it quits. So there's a store I need to go to before it closes in town. It's, you know, the not so fun part about constantly moving is I've always got things I need to do. Whoop. We landed that on shore. We're going to try catching one last bass here. This is our last cast of the day. The bass did really activate here in the last little bit, so I think there's a decent possibility we might actually make this work. No bass so far. Seemed to have either hit a drop-off or a fish grabbed it. I think I just hit the drop-off. It sank a lot more that time. No, a fish grabbed it. Fish grabbed it. Fish grabbed it. Yeah! And just like that, we got a fish on our last cast. He swallowed it a little bit. We'll need our tool here. Oh, he barely swallowed it. He's fine. He'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. Probably the smallest bass of the day, too. That is funny. All right, folks. Well, I don't even know. I lost count of how many fish we caught, how many bass we caught, how many bluegill we caught. Caught about the same amount of bluegill as we did bass. We might have even caught one more bass. I was on a hot streak there for a while. I'm happy, man. This is my new front yard. And, yeah, lots of fish in here for sure. So, we'll be making more videos. This place is right outside my front door, so it's nice and convenient. I mentioned in my update video there's an 11-acre public pond just on the other side of the fence there. So, we'll be fishing that as well, doing an assessment there in the near future. Show you our rigs here real quick. This is a slip bobber rig. This is a Raven float. We've got bobber stopper tied on. A couple feet. This is a pretty deep pond. It's winter. Fish are going to be lethargic and in a little bit deeper water. And we've got a 4-pound test. We got a little swivel here with a bunch of split shot leading to a small leader of fluorocarbon line and a barbless size 10 hook. Just using these guys from Walmart, these red worms. Again, a big juicy night crawler during the winter when the fish's metabolisms are slowed down. Isn't going to be as effective for bluegill as these little smaller, wigglier worms. Mealworms would work even better. I actually have some mealworms from Tennessee. I didn't bring those out with me today. And then on this pull, we've got just a good old-fashioned Senko with a weedless worm hook. And that's all you need to catch bass at a relatively unpressured pond, and that's all you need to catch bluegill during the winter. So I enjoyed today. Be sure to subscribe, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next fishing adventure. This was just a 1-hour pond assessment. We caught a lot of fish. I had fun.